everyone, it's Bonita from Pennies to Dollars, and today we are going to talk about some food budget tips that I use or that I am going to start using to try to save money. We all know that prices are absolutely crazy. I went to the store the other day and 18 eggs was $7.99. A pound of butter was $6.99. So we know that things have to change in our household if we're going to get through this rough patch. And I'm hoping it's just a short rough patch. But those of us that save and prep and live frugally, we are going to get through this. But always be looking for new ways to add to that bucket of skills that you have and that basket of tricks that you have, because all of those make a difference. If we can even save 50 cents here and there, that 50 cents is huge, because the way I look at it is I can drive to work an hour each way, have a lunch break of an hour, and earn $1. And by the time I take out my travel time, my gas, my wear and tear on the car, I've probably made about 50 cents of that dollar, because taxes have also been taken out. So if we can save 50 cents without leaving the house, that's huge. Look how much time we have exchanged for the same amount of money. So here we go. Let's get started and talk about some of these tips today. One of the things that I do when I shop is I look for clearance items, and we've talked about this before, but one of the things that I look for is in the milk section. I will look and see if they have marked down milk. And any milk products I look for, if they've marked down almond milk, if they've marked down lactose-free milk, if they've marked down any of these other milks that I don't normally buy, but maybe they are a good price, some of those milks last so much longer than regular milk because they don't have the cream in them. So you can buy these milks marked down and use them in your baking and not use the other milk in your baking. So if you see some of these milks marked down, or maybe they're marked down and you have a coupon, snatch those up and stick them in your fridge and use them to bake with. You won't see a difference, but it will save you money. And that's one of the tricks that I use. One of the other things is we have to be so diligent at looking at the weights on products. For instance, maybe the bacon used to be 16 ounces and now it's 12. Maybe the pasta used to be 16 ounces and now it's 10. A lot of those things have gotten smaller and the prices have still gone up or stayed the same. So we have to really watch those weights on products. They've gotten really sneaky about taking those products down a notch, and then when we go to cook, we realize there isn't as much there. So think about that when you're shopping and really look at how big the product is in that package. And then also go over those receipts when you are checking out. Make sure that you are being charged correctly. So many times we get charged the wrong price. Someone just didn't update it in the system. And I know we've all been in the place where we've got to our car, maybe looked at the receipt and said, man, they overcharged me 80 cents or they overcharged me 40 cents. I don't want to go back in and stand in line and get back my 40 cents or my 80 cents. So you just let it go. We have to be diligent about not letting those things go right now. Our time is worth something, yes, but so are those 40 and 80 cent mistakes or more so. When I went shopping last weekend, I bought a 12-pack of soda, and I've told you I've gone down to 1 per day. So this is lasting me a long time, but I have also got a price point where I buy them on sale with a coupon. So I have gone from Diet Pepsi to Pepsi Zero. For some reason, Pepsi Zero is cheaper and will also have coupons that Diet Pepsi doesn't have. So my price point on a 12-pack is about $3.99. The regular price is about $7.99. And I had extra in my cart, and I told the checker, I have 3 of these in my cart. And he rang them up. And then I also had something on the bottom of my cart, and the box boy came around and scanned that, and I watched him rescan one of the 12 packs. And so when we got ready to check out, I said, "Did you just ring up 3 of those?" And the boy said, "Yeah, I did." And I said, "Can you double check that for me? Because I watched that box boy scan it. After I'd already told him I had 3, I watched him scan it again. He checked. There were 4 rang up. I only bought 3. He took one off right then. So sometimes it's really important just to watch them closely. We get so busy messing with our pocketbook, finding our card, checking our list, whatever we're doing in that checkout line, when we really need to be paying attention to what they're doing. I might not have noticed later that he rang up 4 instead of 3. So that's important. I also stopped at an organic food store, and I bought a thing of yogurt. They had a flavor that I have not been able to find in the regular stores that I really like. It was marked down. I thought, I'm going to go ahead and get this little package of yogurt. Well, as soon as I checked out, I didn't even get out the door, and I looked and I didn't get the sale price. It was about 40 cents difference. Well, with it being an organic store, there weren't very many people there. There was no one in line. I went immediately right back up and said, "This is on sale for this much," and I was charged the regular price. He immediately gave me back my 40-some cents. So all of those little things, they do add up. We have to be really diligent about looking at our receipts, watching the checkers, and watching what we're being charged. And is it what we think we're being charged? Also, making a plan before we go in the grocery store is more important than ever. Making sure that we know what we're buying at each place, checking the sales, checking the coupons, matching all of those up before we go shopping so that we have a plan. Just going in and shopping is not going to work anymore. We have to do our homework before we get in there. And why not? This is our money. We've worked hard for this money. This is our future that we're spending if we're overspending our money. So why not do a little bit of homework to help ourselves and to make that plan before we get in that store so that we know what we're going to buy, what the sale price should be, if it's a better buy than the place down the street, and then our minds are cleared up and not distracted so we can watch for those markdowns and clearance items that maybe weren't advertised before we got in there. So all of this homework really does pay off if you do it before you get in the store. And then we have to make sure that we make use of everything. We have to cut back on that waste that's being thrown out. Don't waste anything. Rework those leftovers. Freeze that produce. Make sure that things are not going in the garbage disposal, out the back door, in the trash can. Try to make sure everything has a purpose and that it's all being used before it goes bad. That is one of the best bangs for our buck, is to make sure we're not wasting anything in the kitchen. Just making the most of what we already have in our refrigerator and in our pantry and in our freezers. And then the last tip that I have, we talk about this fairly often, cutting the convenience items, cutting the granola bars, cutting the fruit snacks. Any of those things that are pre-packaged are really, really expensive, and we can make some sort of a substitute at home. We can come up with something else to supplement where we would normally grab that granola bar. We can do this, guys, but getting caught up in that convenience stuff, getting caught up in, oh, I'm just gonna grab that so I can grab one as I walk out the door, those prepackaged items, we are paying for the packaging, we're paying for the boxes, we're paying for the advertising. The product is the little bit that we are getting out of it, but we're paying all of this overhead on those convenience items. So think about that before you grab that next package of prepackaged anything. And one of the things that I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start trying to make my own coffee creamer. I normally do not buy name brand, but I actually had a name brand this time because it was as cheap as Aldi by the time I figured out how much was in here and how long it would last me. And so I'm going to save this container and I'm going to start making my own coffee creamer. Why not? There's no reason that I can't make my own coffee creamer. I think I have most of the ingredients already in the house to make a very comparable product. So I'll let you know how that goes. Thank you for watching today. Let me know what new things you are trying, and let's share those ideas in the comments so that we can help each other through this rough patch. Have a great day.